Good morning and welcome to the National Alliance on Concurrent Enrollment Partnerships National Conference. I'm Senator Patty Murray and I'd like to welcome you to Seattle and the great state of Washington. Thank you for inviting me to speak to you today. First, I'd like to take a moment to recognize Tim Stetter and Mona Kunselman of the University of Washington's UW in the High School program for hosting this conference. Thank you both for being champions of higher education in our state. You are all here today because you are committed to helping ensure students in our country have the opportunity to be successful in college and in life. Programs like Concurrent Enrollment allow students the opportunity to get ahead and facilitate a seamless transition to college. I know it's not an easy time to work in education. Budgets are tight, and the demand for a well-educated and skilled workforce is higher than ever. Please know I truly appreciate all you give to your profession, your schools, and your students. Some of you may know this, but I approach this issue not just as a United States Senator, but also as a former teacher, a PTA member, a school board president, and a mom who actively participated in my two children's journey through the education system. And as anyone there from Washington State may already know, it was education policy that got me into politics all those years ago as just a mom in tennis shoes. And throughout my political career, from the school board to the United States Senate, I've been committed to doing everything I can to make sure every student has an opportunity to learn, to succeed to the best of his or her ability, because I know what's at stake. I want to briefly mention three areas I am focused on right now. First, as you may know, the Senate is working to reauthorize the Elementary Secondary Education Act. My colleagues and I worked hard to include language in ESEA that will provide new federal resources for dual enrollment programs for low-income students. Second, I believe we need to do a better job of supporting students as they transition from school to the workforce, and we need to make sure they are prepared to move into the 21st century careers available in our country. The skills gap is real, and I believe that a key to addressing it begins in middle and high school. That's why I am very excited about a bill I introduced called Promoting Innovations to 21st Century Careers. This bill creates more public-private partnerships to help bridge the gap between high school and college education and the workplace. And it makes sure students have an opportunity to gain real-world work exposure linked to rigorous academic learning even in middle school and high school. You know, too often I hear from students who feel that what they learn in school isn't relevant to the work they'll do when they graduate. And unfortunately, too often they're right. But it doesn't have to be this way. I think my bill can help build key strategic partnerships and make sure we are developing new pathways for students to compete for 21st century careers. We know that young adults need similar skill sets to succeed in college and on the job. Post-secondary education and credentials are critical to any young person's success in building a career that will support them and their family. The third area I want to talk about is making sure our adult workers have the skills and training they need to succeed and advance in the workplace. You all know the problem. You see it every day. Businesses in Washington State and across the country have openings they want to hire, but too often they can't find workers with the skills they're looking for. It is a major challenge, especially when millions of Americans are desperate to find a job. So that's why, as chairman of the Senate subcommittee overseeing workforce training, I'm working hard to reauthorize and reform the Workforce Investment Act so our workers can get back on the job and our companies can have the employees they need to compete. Because as you all know, if we want to continue outbuilding and out-innovating our global competition, we need to make sure we are out educating and out training them. Thank you for making me a part of your program today and for everything you do for students across the country. The work you're doing is so important. So enjoy the rest of the conference, and I hope you get a chance to enjoy this beautiful city. Thank you.